Two stories on mistreating heroes. There is now a legal appeal, this is the first one, to stop an outrageous attack on our history, to stop Hobart City Council from tearing down the statue of a Premier, William Crowther, who was a Premier in the 19th century in Tasmania, also a prominent surgeon. The council said Crowther had to go because he'd souvenired the skull of an Aboriginal man and sent it to London's Royal College of Surgeons. But it seems those claims are fake, or at least unproven. Crowther denied taking the skull, the college denied receiving it. But who cares about the truth, right? It was enough that people identifying as Aboriginal had accused him of being a skull-stealing racist, and the council caved. But that decision to remove the statue is now on hold after several people lodged a planning tribunal appeal. One is Anne Burley, a William Crowther descendant by marriage, who joins me now. Anne Burley, thank you for coming on the show. Why are you fighting this decision to remove that statue?
Thank you, Andrew. I'm fighting this decision to remove for the Hobart City Council to remove the statue because very rarely do you find that the public actually pay for and commission a statue for an individual that they actually think a lot about and who has done a lot for the city, not just of Hobart, but of Tasmania as a whole. This statue was paid for after Dr. William Crowther had passed away. It was about 4 years later. And it is a statue. It's not just the person. There's a lot more to the person than just that bronze statue.
But Anne, you make a really good point there, because this statue is significant for actually two reasons. One is the man he was, the Premier, etc., etc. The second is that here is a statue, it's very rare, that is in Australia, that is put up by from money collected by subscription from all these ordinary people who were grateful for the man that he'd been. What kind of man was he really?
Well, he was a man for the people. He was able to employ people in the timber field with his sawmills. He supplied timbers for Hobart. He was a doctor. He would look after the poor that could not afford medication or operations. He introduced chloroform and ether to the operations, which certainly made it a lot easier for the public. He was a parliamentarian, and he gave more to Hobart than what's being given or taken from him at the moment.
But this is the thing, when you put all that together, right, the work he did, the jobs that he gave people, the industry that he introduced, chloroform, ether, free medical care for the poor. You know, it just seems to me incredible that the Hobart City Council now thinks it's got a moral right to take down this statue when it was put up more than 130 years ago by grateful Hobart citizens with their own money. It seems really arrogant to pull it down now, and particularly when the claims against him that he souvenired a skull and sent it off to London are hotly denied, and there's no proof that it actually happened. That seems to me really arrogant now of this council. Do you agree?
Yes, I do agree. When he was accused of taking the skull, he denied taking the skull. He actually investigated the occurrence of this. A 64-page petition was put into the government of all the people that said no, he did not take the skull. The Royal Surgeons, the English Royal Surgeon College was written to, and they said that they never received a skull there, and that letter has been sent back to Hobart. It is rather appalling to think that not any of this information can be accepted by the Hobart City Council.
Honestly, it's just so stupid that a decision like this is made about a man like that on such flimsy allegations. Anne Burley, I really appreciate you coming on. I know that you're not comfortable with TV. This is your first time on it, but it's an important cause, and I'm glad you took the trouble to come in and tell us about it, and all the strength to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you want to help her fight against the Hobart City Council, GoFundMe page has been set up to help Anne and others with the legal costs, because the Hobart City Council is spending $100,000 on this. Search William Crowther GoFundMe and you'll find it.